Hello, I'm Cynthia Izaguirre in Dallas, and here are your headlines from North Texas. Two suspects are still on the run after a terrifying home invasion in Fort Worth. The homeowner managed to fight them off and escape. He sat down with Scoop Jefferson to share his story and his long road to recovery.
This cut here that they stapled together when I was jumping out of the window.
Christian Robles
Staples and stitches
showed us bruises and
slit from wrist to wrist.
cuts he suffered while escaping during an attack at home, awakened out of his sleep.
I just remember, hearing noises, and from there just, instinct.
Christian has more than 50 stitches all over his body, and healing hasn't been easy.
The most difficult has been my ankle, with the nerve and tendon being damaged. So it's just a constant pain.
On July 25th around 3 a.m., Fort Worth police say 3 masked men forced their way into his East Maddox Avenue home armed with guns. Christian used his own gun to defend himself during a shootout inside his house. Officers eventually arrested 23-year-old Anthony Biza, who fled with the other 2 suspects but called 911 nearby, saying he had been shot.
You just don't expect stuff to happen like that,
Once an active 30-year-old, now Christian needs a wheelchair and not able to go to work, a licensed massage therapist. And that's why his aunt started this fundraiser.
I'm hoping that he gets enough help where his hand will, fully healed so he can go back to his massage therapy stuff.
Although it will be weeks, maybe months, before Christian can use his hands for work again and to even stand up.
I'm going to get back to, 100%.
He's determined to get back to doing what he loves.
I'm just grateful.
Helping others feel better. In Fort Worth, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
A new proposed map could redraw the political future for millions of Texans. And in one North Texas neighborhood, the divide runs right down the middle of the street. Here's Matt Howerton.
Politics always has a way of dividing people, but here in East Dallas, the line is literally being drawn. On this street, the homes here used to be united in the same congressional district, but could soon be split in two. This side Republican, this side Democratic, while the neighbors are still just feet from each other. This is Penrose Avenue, just south of Mockingbird. Right now, it's Congressional District 32. Democrat Julie Johnson is the U.S. representative for most of the neighborhood. But under a map proposed by Texas Republicans who aim to add 5 GOP seats to Congress, District 33, currently led by Democrat Congressman Mark Veazey of Fort Worth, would stretch into the area on this side of the street, and District 5, led by Republican Congressman Lance Gooden of Kaufman County, would be on this side. District 32, well, it morphs, spanning from northern Dallas County all the way east to Upshur County near the Louisiana border. Johnson basically gets drawn out.
They're taking pockets of urban voters and pairing it with communities that are not connected or are interested in the same things at all.
This is her.
What bothers me is tiny little fingers of districts coming out in any direction.
And this is Tommy Ziparovich. Right now, Tommy's represented by Johnson, but if this new map passes, that changes because he's on the other side of the street. His next congressman, likely Republican Lance Gooden or whoever beats him in the primary. Gooden's home office, 35 miles east in Terrell.
But that's not my community. That's not my home base.
But for Republicans who have long thought their vote never mattered in Dallas, this is a win.
This is the exact same Democrat Party that wanted to make D.C. a state and Puerto Rico a state so that they could get additional congressional representation.
So, one street, 2 sides, 2 very different futures in the balance when it comes to who speaks for them in Washington. In Dallas, I'm Matt Howerton.
AT&T just announced it will become a founding member of NYSE Texas. It is a branch of the New York Stock Exchange, currently in Chicago, but moving here to the Lone Star State. AT&T will dual list its stock on the main stock exchange and the Texas one. The company says the move furthers its commitment to Texas. AT&T is headquartered in Dallas with nearly 24,000 Texas-based employees. The University of Texas at Dallas is reversing its decision to drop 2 sports after hearing feedback from the community. Earlier this week, the university announced it would discontinue men's and women's indoor and outdoor track and field and women's cross country due to budget constraints. On Tuesday, we brought you the stories of several of the students affected. After getting pushback from athletes and their families, University President Richard Benson announced He is reversing the decision effective immediately, and those teams will be able to compete in this athletic season. Finally, Sean Giggy introduces us to a couple married for 73 years and the song that keeps their romance alive.
Beyond the hum of traffic, life inside Stone Creek Senior Living in North Richland Hills is pretty quiet.
Start singing.
But once a day, a familiar sound resonates from this small corner apartment.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
92-year-old lovebirds Richard and Alice Good sing the same song every afternoon.
You make me happy.
They started doing this about a year and a half ago.
You never know, dear.
And they say it's a reflection of 7 harmonious decades. Richard and Alice met in elementary school in upstate New York. And for Richard, it was love at first grade.
I was only 6 years old, but I said, I'm going to marry her someday.
It took Alice a little longer to reach the same conclusion.
It was a long time ago.
She turned Richard down 6 times.
Yeah.
Until junior year, when she said yes to a drive-in movie.
The first date, all we did was hold hands. We were meant for each other.
They married in 52.
19 years old.
And over the past 73 years have found countless ways to express their love.
He's always taking care of me.
But Alice says few things have ever said it better than this song.
You are my sunshine.
Since starting this daily ritual last year, they say they've grown even closer.
Oh yes, a lot closer. Made me love her more.
Always been very committed to each other.
Seeing such devotion has given their daughter Linda.
I think that's what's kept them together, is they're very comfortable with each other.
And granddaughter Stephanie.
Oh, absolutely.
Something to aspire to.
And they're willing to make new commitments to each other in order to keep that love alive.
Richard and Alice may have unlocked the key to happiness.
My only sunshine.
And they say it's not about singing. It's about repeating the same message over and over.
Every day, you've got to have a time to say, I love you.
Especially when skies are gray, Alice says.
How much I love you.
Because when you do, nothing will take your sunshine
away.
In North Richland Hills, I'm Sean Giggy.
What a great example for all of us. And those are your headlines from North Texas.